Opposition leader, turn on your mic, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. This debate has been used to rehash in a very partisan way some of what happened earlier. What I would say is this. Over the many years, I've been in Parliament for about 20 years.
Opposition leader and leader of government business, just have a moment because
What we're doing here, we're debating the motion and the standing orders.
continue, opposition leader.
Yes. So what I was saying, Madam Speaker, is that this debate has been used to cast and recast the narrative of what took place earlier in a particularly jaundiced and very unfair way. The custom, I've been in the Parliament for 20 years, come September. 10 years in the Senate, 10 years in the House. When the leader of government business or the leader of the opposition business seek to speak on an issue, they're allowed to speak. At least they're allowed to be heard. At least they're allowed to be heard as to what the issue is they want to raise. They don't have to come and ask you behind the speaker's chair what it is to clear it in advance. Anything procedurally that they wish to raise, they're allowed to raise on any item on the agenda. So the failure to allow the leader of opposition business to speak on the point he wanted to raise, which was to question why the Integrity Commission's annual report hasn't been tabled today, that was most improper in our view. And that is what elicited the behavior that you saw in protest to the way in which he was being muzzled by not being allowed to ask his question.
But you're justifying the bad behavior, aren't you?
And we would like those conventions to be restored, because the House will run much better if due respect is paid to the leader of the opposition business and leader of government business as they play their respective roles. And what you did, and to the Speaker, what you did was you allowed the leader of government business to speak extensively on the matter as he saw it, and you didn't even allow the leader of opposition business to respond to what the leader of government business had to say. That is not in keeping with the traditions of this House. That was most improper as well. And as for the member from North Central, I think it is Clarendon, indicating that we're aware of some rule. All I'm aware of is that the Integrity Commission Act says that annual reports are to be tabled in Parliament. And as soon as they should, as soon as they can.
It says as soon as possible. And you're incorrect, leader
and if it came
of the opposition.
Why can't it be
you're
tabled?
Incorrect.
The Integrity Commission published its cover letter as it is practice.
You are incorrect.
So that the public knows.
Turn it off, Angela.
Yeah, it's true. So
I didn't press it, leader of opposition.
oh, I'm
I was
glad to hear
actually
that, Madam
speaking
Speaker.
to
I'm very happy
else.
to hear that. I don't know who did, because I certainly didn't. Madam Speaker, the Integrity Commission Act requires their reports to be tabled. And you yourself issued a ruling, as you call it, some time ago, a couple of years ago, I think towards the end of 2023, if my memory serves me correctly, that they would be tabled as quickly as reasonably possible. The annual report came here, the cover letter was published, as is their practice, so that everybody knows that something has come, and we were expecting to see it tabled today, and it wasn't. And the leader of opposition business wanted to ask why, in announcements, it wasn't tabled in light of that fact. He was not allowed even to ask the question. And we object most strongly to the way in which the proceedings of this House are being conducted, because they're being conducted in what appears to be a very partisan way, a manipulative way when it comes to sensitive political issues. And the democracy, this is a democracy that thrives on open discussion, transparency, and debate. And here we have a minister, through his loud protestations, attempting to disrupt what I have to say. Yes, and I'd ask that you please desist and let me speak. If you want to speak on the matter, you can do so. Yes, yes, thank you. So the point at the end of the day is this. In our view, these reports must be tabled as soon as possible after they come here. There's a strong public interest in that, because there's a strong public interest in the work of the Integrity Commission being facilitated to reduce corruption and other wrongs against the good governance of the country being perpetrated. And we on this side are going to always be assiduous about that. And when we attempt to do so and we're shut down, it's not a good look. It appears to be an attempt to use up the parliament in a way which is inimical to the interests of good governance and democracy. So, Madam
Thank
Speaker,
you.
at the end of the day, I think we've rehashed this matter. If others want to speak, of course, it's their right. But that's the point. Those are the points that I wish to make this afternoon.
Thank you, Leader of the Opposition. As you indicate, deference is given very often to the Leader of Opposition, Leader of Government Business, Leader of Opposition Business, and respect is accorded to them, including Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, the ministers. As a matter of fact, respect is afforded to every member of the House except the Speaker. No. No, that's how you behave. So when the Speaker makes a ruling, when the Speaker asks you to sit, you don't. And the Speaker must be heard in silent, Member Burchell. No, not everybody. The Speaker, read your standing orders. No, this debate is on the standing orders. No, Leader of Opposition, the comment I, Leader of Opposition, Member Burchell, huh? The member from St. James, South. Yes, please be quiet. Members, what I am attempting to say, if I'm allowed, is that this motion is a debate on the standing orders. The Leader of Opposition was allowed some deference. He went into other matters extensively. I am asking the remaining members to stick to the discussion being on the report being referred, which is to allow all the work done from the previous dispensation by myself and the committee that I chair, the Standing Orders Committee, that I have been asking the House to review and to update for better order and management of the House be the basis of the debate and the discussion. Next member, as it relates to the standing orders, discussion and debate, please.